man, what the do y'all know about sports?
You are now listening to the Best Damn Sports Podcast. Period. Welcome back, everyone, to the What Do Women Know About Sports Podcast. I am Bree Nicole.
And I'm Vicky D.
What's up, Victoria?
What's going on?
It's been like 2 weeks.
I know, right? I was living my best life in New York.
You were.
I was.
You were.
And I did go to a Mets game. Yeah. Because, look, the Yankees were out of town, all right?
Okay.
All right. So we had to go to some game.
So
we went.
Is it like a different field than going to the Cardinals game?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. They're a little bit aggressive, And so we didn't end up staying the whole game because, it stormed. It started raining like toward the 6th inning, so they had to cancel it. So.
Like, get out of there.
Yeah. But
so is their stadium better than Busch Stadium?
No. Ours is top notch. Like, we got the best one.
Okay.
Like,
just making sure.
It was cool. So
nice trip.
Yeah, it was a nice trip. I loved it.
Yeah, you were living your best life.
I was.
I'm kind of jealous, but it's okay.
Yeah, but so a lot has been going on in the sports world, as you know. So one of the big stories that came out this week was Boogie, boy Demarcus Cousins. So he's been in the news recently for like threatening to kill his baby mama, basically.
Which is a struggle.
I know.
And I feel like that's not a good look, especially with you already being out on like a Achilles injury.
Right.
You were adding this on top of that.
Right. So his baby mama, Christy West, was wanting a restraining order against him for basically threatening her in a phone call. So she alleged that he said that he would put a bullet in her effing head. And during an argument that the two had, all because she would not let his son go to his wedding to, his wife.
Wait, so she's not letting the son go to his own dad's wedding?
Exactly.
Okay, now that's being real childish.
So people are saying that she's a bitter baby mama, which may be true.
That's very bitter and very childish, but that don't mean you go out here threatening people either.
That don't mean you should be making threats to people, right?
Yeah.
So he already did get married like this past Saturday.
Okay.
And the son still did not come to the wedding.
That sucks. Like, that's his child. He should be at his father's wedding. At his father's wedding.
Yeah, he should, but she probably was mad that he was getting married to another woman.
Oh well, move on. You're just the mother of the child. Like he don't love you. Y'all just your kid.
I know. So we don't know the context of the situation.
Thanks.
So naturally, the NBA and the Lakers are investigating the allegations.
As they should.
As they should. And of course, Demarcus Cousins has declined to comment about it.
Yeah.
Now, so it's basically going to be like it's a Class A misdemeanor charge.
Okay.
There has been a warrant out for his arrest, as we know. So it could mean that he could face like up to a maximum of 1 year in jail, which that may not happen.
I will say that I think that her not letting her son go to his own father's wedding is childish and petty. But for Boogie to go around threatening people, that's not right either. Like, that's doing a bit much. I feel like the league and the Lakers are doing their job by investigating, because that's a serious threat to like say I'm going to put a bullet in your head. That's a serious threat. What's bad about this for Boogie is that like you were getting a lot of sympathy and love and support because we know you are chasing the ring, and we know that you went from Golden State to the Lakers, and then you got injured doing a workout. So we were all on your side just because of like your injury. But then you add this type of incidents on top of that. This is overpowering your injury.
Yeah.
It's a bad look for you out here in these streets, Boogie.
I know.
It's a bad look.
So now they got they need reinforcements, right? You know,
Yeah.
so they already got Anthony Davis.
LeBron.
They already got JaVale McGee as far as like centers wise.
Oh yeah.
So now they have called in Dwight Howard.
Who thinks he's Superman, but whatever.
Right. So we're gonna transition over to Dwight Howard. So he has been with the Lakers before during like the 2012-2013 season.
Yeah.
You know, when he played with Kobe and, you know, Pau Gasol, and so he didn't perform at the standard that he should have
I don't
when
think
he first played with the Lakers.
I've never seen him perform at a top notch.
Well, during that time, he was like at the top of his game. You
Mm.
know, he was at the peak.
So I know Dwight Howard is like a great player, but he's never been one of like not even on my top 10 list.
I mean, me either. Not
Not
anyone
even my
else's.
top 20. Like he wasn't a player who I would be like, oh man, Dwight Howard. Like I just don't see him as that type of player. Like you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. But I mean, he still was.
a top 10
That was
player.
that peak, right?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of. I guess you could say it was a lot of excitement for him to come in.
I
I
can
guess.
see that.
Right, so, you know, he had to live up to that, you know, Magic Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal. Like, he had to live up
Yeah.
to that. He couldn't. You know, Kobe called him soft at one point.
Listen, if
He didn't get
Kobe-
along with Kobe.
If Kobe calling you soft, you must have been soft.
Yep.
You must have
I'm
been soft.
saying. So now he's on the team with LeBron James, and LeBron James is not playing no games. You know, he trying to do something with this team.
He's trying to get a ring.
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
So that means Dwight has to step up his game. He has to take on a more different role.
Probably more of a backseat role.
Right?
Yeah.
So he have to come off the bench
Okay.
and play more of a
Deal with
smaller
it.
role. Right, but he's okay with that.
Okay. As
You know,
he should.
He's willing to take on a smaller role in order for the Lakers to have a chance of winning the chip this year. So his mindset has changed. He's a different person. So we'll see how the season goes.
Maturity.
Right.
Growth.
Right.
Okay.
So, and also some people, it's like a split 50-50. Some people feel like it's not a good decision. Some people feel we should give him a chance.
I mean, I'm all about giving him a chance. If you are going to help the Lakers be what the Lakers are supposed to be as far as a franchise and a championship team goes, I'm all about you being able to adjust your role.
Right. I mean, he has to because, you know, we already got Anthony Davis.
Right. And I don't think a lot of players who are top tier players on a previous team, and when you go to a team where it's already stacked, so basketball is a team sport, and I don't think a lot of people realize that it's not a one person sport. It's a team sport. So if your role has to be adjusted for the greater good, you do that. So if he's willing and if he's okay with taking a lesser role and coming off the bench just for the greater good of the team, by all means.
Right. So his contract is non-guaranteed, which means they can
Trade him anytime.
kick him to the curb anytime in
Anytime.
the season.
They can drop you any moment, sir. So you better be on your P's and Q's.
Right. So, right. So, should be interesting.
It should be interesting. I just want to see how it's going to work out because I still want to see how it's going to work out with LeBron and AD. And then
True.
When you add in Dwight Howard into that mix.
And you still got JaVale McGee as well.
But JaVale played with LeBron last season. So they may have developed some type of like repertoire between them. But to add in AD now and then to add in Dwight Howard, I just want to see how that's all going to come together. And you see that when you see them play. Just because they may gel well and get through practice well, practice is just a practice. When you're playing against another team, y'all have to come together as one collectively on the court. So I'm not. We don't know how that's gonna gel well until we actually see them play.
True.
But just looking at them as a spectator and seeing the lineup, they're stacked. It's a stacked team.
Yeah.
So I'm for it.
yeah.
Listen, I don't have no squabbles with my Lakers.
I mean, that's your team, right?
That's
So-
my team. I don't have no problems with my Lakers. I don't have no issues. But while we're on while we're on the Lakers, Kobe, I guess, did an interview.
So he did an interview at the PHP agency convention in Las Vegas with Patrick Bet-Davis, who is the
Okay.
founder of Value Attainment, and he discussed. Well, the interviewer, he had to bring up Shaq.
Okay.
Had to. So Kobe talked about how he would have 12 rings if Shaq had his work ethic and Shaq would be the greatest of all time.
Or if Shaq was more in shape, he said.
Yeah, right.
So let's start by saying that Shaq and Kobe are good now.
Yeah,
They have no squabbles,
no beef.
And I will say that Kobe has said this like before, so him saying it again, it's not like
he told Shaq this
he's told Shaq this, so it's not like him saying it again is creating any type of animosity. They've had that conversation. He's told him this before, and Kobe has said this before. Do I agree with the 12 rings part? Probably not, but.
I mean, Wilt got 11, so it's possible.
Yeah, but they could have got more than 2, something like together.
They could have got more than 3, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So I will say that. Listen, just listen. It's just an interview. They asked Kobe a question, he answered it. I feel like people are very like sensitive to interviews. If an interviewer is asking you a question and you answer it, the world can't get mad at your response. That's your opinion. This is Kobe's opinion of what he felt like would have happened if Shaq was in better workout or in better workout shape.
Right. He also said in the interview that a lot of the tension came from the fact that Shaq wasn't as committed, he wasn't in shape, and he would come down late on a fast break. And
I mean, he a big guy.
It's true.
He a big guy.
True.
He's a big guy.
True, but in true Shaq fashion, he had to respond. So he responded to a tweet, and he said, "You would have had 12 rings if you passed the ball more, especially in the finals against the Pistons."
See?
#facts. He also said that you don't get statues by not working hard. So Kobe then tweeted that he said, "Don't get it confused. He was still the MDE, #MDE, which means most dominant ever." And then he says that there's no beef with Shaq.
None at all.
I know most media want to see it, but it ain't going to happen. Ain't nothing but love there, and we too old to beef anyway. #3P.
Come on for the growth. Like, right. It's just all jokes between them. Like, I feel like they're at that point in their life where they've discussed their differences, that they can now joke about the past and what was.
Right.
So just take the interview as for what it was and move on.
Right. And so, Shaq had to take a dig at Dwight Howard, right? So he tweeted back saying, "It's all good, bro. When I saw the interview, I thought you were talking about Dwight," and he spelled it DWITE. He said, "Is that how you spell his name?"
It's because Dwight Howard thinks that, so he's domed the name for himself, Superman.
Right.
And so he thinks he's that person. But a lot of people, they think that maybe Shaq should have that type of title because of who Shaq was.
But wasn't Shaq the Superman?
In my opinion, he was.
No, but didn't he call himself Superman?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But
is Dwight saying he's Superman?
I've heard that about Dwight Howard a couple times.
Right.
But in my opinion, I think that's more of a Shaq title, but that's just me. I mean, I don't think there's ever going to be a more dominant center than Shaq. Like,
yeah, he was just big and
just big for no reason. Just big and just dominant for no reason. Yeah.
And like Kobe said, like most big players are scared they're scared of being big. Like they don't know how to use their size.
Yeah.
But Shaq did, so
he worked in his favor.
That's what made him the MDE.
Yeah, most dominant ever.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for it.
Yeah, so stop this beef between Kobe and Shaq. It's not gonna happen.
Ain't no beef. So I saw a thing the other day on the NBA like ESPN page, and they posted a picture of available free agents.
Okay, it's still a couple. I know. J.R. Smith is one of them.
So on this picture, it's just 5 people they have listed. I'm sure it's more, but they only listed 5. We have Jamal Crawford,
right?
J.R. Smith,
right?
Joe Johnson.
No, Joe Johnson is playing with the Big Three, so he's not in the league. Or is he still?
Well, he's on here as an available free agent.
Okay.
Joakim Noah, and of course Carmelo Anthony.
All right.
Of course, Carmelo Anthony. So I reshared the photo. I didn't care about anybody else. All I wrote was, so somebody got to sign Melo. Somebody has to sign Melo. So with that being said, the other day, the Bleacher Report reported that KD and Kyrie are pushing Nets to sign Melo. And so I've been hearing that like the Nets kind of they kind of into it.
I mean,
but wouldn't that be so odd if Melo went from playing for the New York Knicks to playing for the Brooklyn Nets?
And
Listen, if one team let you go, another team wants you. You listen. You go where you're wanted. And again, I say if a team picks you, and whether it's the Nets, Lakers with AD and LeBron, he's gonna have to adjust his role as well.
But that was the problem, though. He wasn't willing to.
Well, he needs to.
Right.
So wherever he goes, he's going to have to be okay with adjusting his role. Because like I feel like Melo is he's a great player. He's one of the like greatest shooters.
Right.
If you are going to be a player, you have to adjust to roles that may be new to you. But if that means like making it better for the team, like be okay with it.
Especially if you haven't won a ring yet. Like,
You haven't won a ring yet. And I think anybody who's in the league, like their ultimate goal is to get a ring. So if you want that ring, you have to adjust your role.
right. And with your boy, well, let me say your boo,
Mhm.
Kevin Durant out, I mean, that could be a good pick. I mean,
Yeah. Because I don't really feel like Brooklyn is going to go all the way. I'm sure
not this season.
I
no.
think Brooklyn will make it to the playoffs and maybe get
Probably
through,
like number 7. or
and maybe
6,
get through
something.
round 1, but I don't think they're going to make it past round 1.
Right.
So like if Brooklyn wants Melo and he goes with him, you have to adjust your role. Which is nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
I feel like Lamar Odom was 6 man for when he was he was 6 man, but he was respected as that 6 man.
Right.
You take that role, sir. You take that role.
So, we did mention Joe Johnson being one of the people on the
The free agents. yeah.
right, but he hasn't played in the Big Three league.
Okay.
So if you haven't been following the Big Three league lately, they have their championship game coming up tomorrow or this Sunday, September 1st. By the time this airs, there'll already be a winner. But Joe Johnson and the triplets will take on
Triplets.
That's the name of the team.
Okay.
So you haven't been following the Big Three?
Sorry. I apologize.
Okay, so it comes on CBS, by the way. So the
Okay.
championship will be tomorrow. They're gonna play at the Staples Center.
Okay.
So it's gonna be on CBS. They play on CBS like every Saturday. It'll be this Sunday. But so they'll take on Steven Jackson. Remember Steven Jackson, right? And Killer Threes. So the coach for the Killer Threes is Charles Oakley,
Okay.
and then the coach for the triplets is Lisa Leslie.
Oh.
Right. So the big story to come from this is that Joe Johnson may be coming back to the NBA.
Is that why is that why he's listed as like available free agent?
I guess so.
Because I was just gonna say like most of the players who played in the Big Three are like retired, right?
Right, they are retired.
Yeah.
And there were talks about Amari Stoudemire coming back to the NBA,
Okay.
like working out with like several teams. But it has been reported that he has been working out with the Sixers, and other teams who are interested in a workout with him are the Clippers, the Bucks, the Nuggets, and the Pelicans.
Okay.
So listen, Joe Johnson is 38 years old. So he's been in the NBA for like 17 seasons, has 7 All-Star appearances. Hasn't won a ring yet, but he has been named like the Big Three MVP over the summer. And he has proven that he still got some game, okay?
Okay.
So the Pelicans, they feel by adding him that they can increase their chance of getting to the playoffs. And they may have a good chance, because they got Zion Williamson.
Lonzo.
They do got Lonzo Ball. And they also got Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart, who are from the Lakers.
They got Ingram?
Yeah, they got Brandon Ingram.
Oh my God. I did not listen, guys. That's one thing I did not know.
Yeah, it was like a trade from like the Lakers.
I did not know that.
That's why.
Yeah, that's right. It's because Lakers. I think the Lakers kept Kyle Kuzma. Right.
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
yeah.
so.
I
Yeah,
probably
they have.
didn't. I probably didn't know that. Okay.
So, and quick little tidbit. So, Lonzo Ball did have a song out.
I don't care.
I mean, he kind of dissed the Lakers, saying that they're going to regret letting him go, which I doubt that.
What did you do for them when you were there?
Nothing.
Like it was all of this hype.
All the hype was from his dad.
All this hype your daddy put out about you, and you did not live up to anybody's expectations, especially mine. Because in my opinion, if you're and granted, that's what parents are supposed to do is like hype up their kid and be their biggest supporter. and your dad is that. If there is a competition for that, give him first prize. But you did not live up to his hype at all.
And the Lakers was like, deuces.
You did not
No.
live up to that hype at all. So I doubt they're gonna regret letting you go.
Nah.
It's and furthermore, I always say it is business. The
It is
NBA is a business. If you are not playing up to par, like with a team, they make decisions that's gonna move you around and get somebody else like that's gonna play up to their standards. And you did not play up to the Lakers standards.
So they traded all three of them for
They let
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, they're not gonna regret it because I definitely
no.
don't. I don't.
Bye. I didn't like him anyway, so.
I did not. I feel like your daddy overhyped
His
you.
daddy ruined it for me.
Yeah, he ruined it for
He
everybody.
ruined it for me.
For everybody.
Right.
For everybody.
So, and back to Joe Johnson. So, yeah, so they feel like adding a veteran like him,
Mm-hmm.
they got a shot. So, and Joe Johnson has said that he plays in the like he doesn't play in the big three to get back in the NBA. So he pretty much plays it for therapy.
Okay.
So,
Oh, that's good.
right, because his mom passed away, so he kind of used it for therapy. So,
Okay.
I mean, if a team pick him up, I'm pretty sure he'll go.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty
they
sure.
need that extra help. So yeah, we'll see. So I'll be tuning in
Tomorrow?
Sunday, tomorrow for the championship. You know, we'll see. So yeah,
I think that's awesome that he plays for third.
I want to give a shout out to Ice Cube for even starting this.
Yeah. Shout out to Ice
'Cause
Cube.
It's giving players who retired, and I'm pretty sure they still would like to play. So it's just giving them, you know, an opportunity to keep playing,
Yeah.
and it's giving players opportunities to go back into the NBA. So
If they want to go back. Yeah.
exactly.
But it gives them the opportunity to still do something that they love.
Right.
Like even though they're retired, they're still involved in something that brought them so much joy. And for that, I think that Ice Cube deserves all the recognition for that. I mean, Ice Cube does a lot of great things, like for the culture. This is just adding to that. So shout out to Ice Cube for that.
Right.
So one of my favorite like shows, like whether it's reality show or whatever, is First Take. I think Stephen A. Smith is a character, but he's very knowledgeable. I like Molly, but Max Kellerman rubs me the wrong way a lot of times. A lot of the stuff that he says, I feel like he doesn't think about it, but that's just me. So it was yesterday. He made a comment on the show, and they were talking about building franchises around certain players, and so I believe that there is a list out, and so on that list, it's LeBron on the list and KD, and so wherever LeBron and KD are on the list, Max Kellerman thought they should be lower on the list or off of the list. He feels that LeBron and KD are not players you should build a franchise around. And he says that because, let's start with LeBron. What he said was that LeBron is getting older,
True.
and that why would you want to build a team around a player who's eventually going to be moving out of
I
the
guess
league?
you could say that about Kobe too.
True. And then he said the same, and so, but in regards to Kevin Durant, he was like, Kevin Durant is younger, but he's coming off of a Achilles injury. He may not be the same player that he was before the injury. And even if he gets back to being there, it's not going to be the full like 100%. It may be around 80, 85%.
Right.
And so he said for that reason alone, I wouldn't want to build a franchise around those two players. In theory, I might agree with his explanation of it, but I don't agree with why. So as far as LeBron goes, anybody will want to build a team around him because he's LeBron James. He's gonna work hard. He's gonna play till as long as he's not being a sore loser. He's gonna play to his best ability to get to that ultimate goal. That's how he plays. He's always played like that. And even now, like while he's getting older, he still works out just as hard. He wants to bring his team a championship ring. So why wouldn't you want to build a team around a player of that caliber? And I say the same thing for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is he's a league MVP, a 2 times Finals MVP, a 2-time NBA champion. Why wouldn't you want to build a team around a player of that caliber as well, who is also a sniper shooter? Like I wouldn't want to build a team around a player like who has done anything. If we're building a franchise, I want players who I know are going to perform and are going to perform well and execute. I would not build a team around a player like Lonzo Ball. Like, what have you done or what have you showed me?
Is that what you think the Lakers are doing?
God, no.
Oh.
Or what have you showed me that's going to say, okay, I'll build a team around you? Like, you pick, I think you should pick players like who are going to perform and execute well. And then with them doing that, whether LeBron is older or not, if he is old, with him being older and with him maybe nearing the end of his career, building a team around him is better because he can coach the players who are remaining and say, hey, do this.
I mean, he did with the Cavaliers.
So I think Max Kellerman, I think his statement had like some weight, but not a lot.
I agree to a certain extent, yep. I mean, LeBron is getting older, but he doesn't look like he's getting older.
Yeah, like if he was out here
so
dragging,
he's still playing like at his prime.
Yeah, if he was out here dragging and not really caring, then okay, yeah.
But last season, I felt like he didn't care.
I mean, I think it was a new situation for him. It was really new. But you wanted that move though too.
But you got to adjust to that too.
You do. Hey, I'm not you gotta adjust.
But I feel like the players that he had wasn't
it wasn't what he needed.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and it's wrong to say what he needed, especially when it's a franchise, it's a team sport. But if he's your top player on your team, you need to build around him. You find pieces who are gonna fit well into that puzzle.
Yeah, but with Kevin Durant, I feel like I kind of agree with him on Kevin Durant, cause like you said, like some people don't recover like 100% from those injuries.
And with that, I agree with.
And then you got Kyrie Irving, who
is
like a number 2 guy for me. He's not a number 1.
He's inconsistent.
Very.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying the LeBron and KD should have been first on the list, but to say off the list, that's asinine to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's asinine.
That sounds like a hater, but
I think Max is a really big hater. He's a major hater in this world. Major. And yeah, I'm not one of, like, I don't watch the show for him. I don't care about Max Kellerman like that. But yeah, so I'm just still waiting on the season. Like,
all these moves and all these, like, this has got to be the most exciting season that I'm like
the most exciting off season.
No, I'm just excited for this season. This is the most excited I have been for a season to start.
Yeah, and I know with the season getting ready to start, then you also have like collegiate sports getting ready to start. I'm excited about college football. I don't have a college football team. I'm more of a bandwagoner when it comes to like football anyway.
So no Mizzou?
Oh no, I'm not a Mizzou. Listen, there's nothing wrong with those Mizzou Tigers. I'm just not a Mizzou like football fan. I'm a bandwagon fan when it comes to football. So my favorite football like team, or like the team I'm going to bandwagon if they go all the way, is going to be Alabama. Roll Tide. I feel like Nick Saban is the GOAT when it comes to like football coaches. Yeah, I think Nick Saban is that guy.
All right, Roll Tide. All right.
Yeah, Roll Tide. Yeah, and I've never been to Alabama. Never been on their campus.
I'm sure it's fun though.
Oh yeah, especially doing like this season.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's probably live and lit.
That's the only thing I regret about college.
Yeah, we.
I mean, because you know where we went.
It was D3. Our school was
right,
D3.
right, right. So,
shout out to Webster, but
I know, right? But
but yeah, I bandwagon college football. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll with Roll Tide and just see where it takes me.
Okay. All right.
But then with it being like football season, I believe like November starts like collegiate basketball. I do have a favorite like women's basketball team.
In college?
Yeah,
Well, I know.
UConn.
Ah, yep.
Like that's just my
Yep.
team. So hopefully, they go all the way again, make it back to March Madness, and bring home the chip. I mean, they have 11 national championships. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for everything to get started because it's really exciting to like watch. I be stressed out, but I love it. I love it.
Cool. So we started something new this week.
Yeah.
So we got the star of the week.
And a dummy of the week.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the dummy of the week. The dummy of the week is, in my opinion, it's not a person. It's a
This
It's
is a
a-
collective effort.
it's a collective effort. The dummy of the week for me, you guys, it's gonna be Team USA. It's Team USA basketball. Let me
Men's
clarify.
basketball, right.
Men's basketball. Let's clarify. They have went from having an all-star roster to having players who play in the NBA, but they aren't the NBA stars that Team USA is used to having.
So they had the Dream Team back in what, like '92, like Michael Jordan
Yeah.
and Magic Johnson and all them. And then they had the Redeem Team, which was like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James,
Melo.
Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade.
Yeah,
That was a good team.
yeah.
Now we got
So here's why they're the dummy of the week. Players are consistently dropping off.
big names.
Or players who aren't even big names, like let's say like De'Aaron Fox. So let's add him to the dummy list too, because you gave your commitment, and then before the flight took off, you were like, I'm not coming.
Right.
That lets me know that you are not a loyal person, and your team can depend on you. And if you ever think that they're gonna ask you to come back again, no sir, no sir. Like, who does that before it's time for takeoff? Nope. You're on the big dummy. Big dummy. They've lost Kyle Kuzma to an injury. So, and during their exhibition games, they lost to Australia. Um
Oh.
and so I feel like going forward, like when they get to the FIBA World Championships, they're going to have some struggles. It's not going to be a walkthrough like they remembered it. They are going to struggle. So it's articles going around, and one on CBS says it says Team USA's path to gold at the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Giannis Nikolai Jokic, Mark Gasol they could stand in their way. And it's because these players play on other teams for different
That's
countries.
right. So right.
It's not a walkthrough. Giannis is going to be a problem.
Dude, Greece is going to be a problem for him because of him.
And Mark Gasol, he plays for Spain.
Right.
Paul Gasol, that's his brother. They play for Spain. It's going to be a problem. It's not going to be a walkthrough. These other countries are going to stand in your way. It is NBA players who play for every other team. And you think it's going to be easy? No, especially when y'all have players who've never been here before. Who this is their
Right.
first time.
First time,
international travel. It's it's different guidelines. It's not going to be easy. If they may not come out with a go, I mean, I think they're still the favorite, but it's not by a lot of points.
Mm-mm.
It's not going to be easy.
Uh,
Sorry for butchering you guys' names. I apologize.
I mean, yeah. So they got Greg Popovich as the coach this time. They had
Coach K.
Right, Coach K for the previous ones.
And I think Pop is an amazing
Pop
coach.
is a I love Pop.
And it's not based on Pop's coaching. It's the players. If he doesn't have the supporting cast that he needs, that's gonna be a problem.
I agree.
That's gonna be a problem.
I agree. I don't think they're gonna win though.
I'm optimistic.
Man, just get Carmelo.
So
Anthony.
according to
He's not doing anything.
according to USA Basketball, he retired from USA
Man.
Basketball. I don't know because I never saw that in writing, but whatever. But yeah, it's not gonna be a walkthrough. So even if they make it out, it's not gonna be easy. It is not gonna be easy.
Nope.
And for that reason, Team USA Basketball, the men and De'Aaron Fox are the dummies of the week.
All right.
The dummies. Dummies. The star of the week for me, I appreciate players who know when they've reached the end of their journey in whatever their respective sport is. I appreciate that because they know that it's no longer fun for them. So why continue to play and get injured and get hurt when I'm no longer enjoying myself because of my injuries? And so for that reason, I know it's really sad to like see a player retire before we think it's their time. But Andrew Luck is my star of the week. Um, and in a small statement, he said, for the last 4 years or so, I've been in this cycle of injury, pain, and rehab. I've I've felt stuck in it. The only way I see out is to no longer play football. It's taking my joy of this game away. So he has he knows in his mind and like he knows in his mind that his injuries, his rehab, and that cycle that keeps continuing of playing a professional sport and getting hurt, that it's preventing him from playing at his peak. So he knows that like I can't continue to go through this because it's no longer fun. I no longer feel that joy. So I know when my time is up. And so I think that any mature person or any adult knows that when they've reached that point of this is no longer enjoyable, I have to let it go.
All right, I can respect that.
I respect it.
But apparently, some fans, they booed him.
And I get it. I get it.
It probably messed up their draft.
But I get it.
But
it's not about us as fans.
It's not. That's what people need to realize. He's a human
us.
being, first and foremost.
Yes.
And he needs to take care of himself.
And what if his family it comes first too? So
right.
Like,
he just got married. He's having a kid.
It's not about us. This is about his health and him being here longevity for his wife and his child.
Right.
If that means him retiring because of these injuries and going through rehab that he's tired of doing, sir, I commend you. I wish you the best on your next journey in life.
Right. So he was like the number one overall pick in the 2012 draft.
Right.
He was chosen to replace Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
He led the Colts to the playoffs in like each of his first 3 seasons in the NFL. So I mean, it's not like he had a bad career.
He's giving the Colts some great years.
Right. So
I respect his decision.
I as well. So I just feel like the fans, that whole booing thing, like it said it hurt him, which it would hurt me too if y'all booing me.
If I've given you since 2012, I've given y'all what 7 years of my life, and I've sustained injuries. I've gone through rehab, and I kept coming back season after season. And because I now want to retire because that's best for me, and you're booing me, this shows me that you don't care about me as a person.
Right. So what does this say about players? And I always use Kobe as an example.
Right.
So Kobe has always played through pain. When
he did too.
Exactly. So it's like, what's the difference?
There is no difference. I'm sure people were mad when Kobe retired too.
But he spent 20 seasons in the NBA. That's different.
But it's different. It's a different sport.
It is a different sport.
I know
players retire earlier in the NFL.
And football careers are not as long as the NBA careers.
True.
Because football is a physical contact sport. Like they got all that extra padding. And granted, in basketball, a player can get really hurt as well. But football, you can get concussions. It's like head-on injuries. Like it's a different type of sport. So
I mean, but I'm talking about the mentality of like the players.
It's a different sport. It's in football, like your body is going through a different type of beating than you may like go through in basketball.
Well, for some players though, because not all players get that contact like that.
Yeah, but him being a quarterback, you get that contact.
I mean, true.
They take you out. They take you out trying to get to you before you throw the ball. They sack them. So I don't see it as being a difference. I just feel like fans are stupid. Need to grow up. Because it's not about us as a spectator. It's about him and his health. And if you're sick of going through the cycle of, all right, I'm playing, oh man, I'm hurt, and now it's time for rehab. And football is a shorter season, so when you're hurt and then go through rehab, you've missed half the season.
True.
You've missed half the season, so it's not worth it to keep. It's not worth to keep doing that and you're missing half the season and missing all of the fun and joy out of it. So he gave them maybe 7 or 8 years of great times. You take that and wish him well on his next journey. Bottom line.
Yeah, I know. Some people, they were kind of mad because, messed up their little fantasy draft.
Oh
and-
well.
I mean, it's like, and then, people got season tickets, paid all their money. I'm like,
Okay.
that's not his problem.
That's not
First
his problem.
of all,
That's not his fault. That's not
don't get
him.
mad. I don't know. People need more empathy in the world.
Yeah.
And
I wish
yeah.
him well. I wish him well on his next journey. And just because he's not playing football, that doesn't mean like he won't be involved in the NFL.
or he won't come back. He may come
can
back.
definitely be like some type of like a team consultant or a commentator one day. Like you never know.
I don't know. Or like I said, he may come back. Like he may heal up enough.
I doubt it. I
mean-
don't think so. I think he's done playing the sport, but he may definitely come back as like a consultant for the team or something in the NFL. Like, listen, you take what you appreciate what he gave you. Appreciate that. And for that, I can't complain about that. Because the Warriors, they have promoted Zaza Pachulia. He retired. And so now he's a consultant for the team. So you never know, like, what a person's next journey is going to be. So shout out to Andrew Luck. So he's my star of the week.
All right.
Star of the week. Star of the week. He's my star of the week. I don't know. It's been like a really quiet week. I think the most drama we've got this week is Demarcus Cousins.
During it's pretty much like NBA related, pretty much.
I mean, a few baseball tips. Our Cardinals are still holding strong,
They are like a game ahead of the Cubs. Which,
but the Cubs won. I believe they won last night, so they are chasing.
But then
us.
we did have to cancel our game last night.
Oh, the
'cause of
rain.
the rain.
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
So,
But listen, we are. I mean, we're holding strong.
we one of the best teams in the NL.
They trying to get another ring. Listen, they must be listening to me bashing them. They must be listening.
Something.
Because listen, if they can get us to the World Series and give us a championship the same season as the Blues, listen,
Oh, that would be so dope.
just call me off work the next day because I'm not going. Like I'm ready for it.
I know.
I'm ready for it. It's gonna be, if they keep on this same stride, it's gonna be something special.
Yep. I agree.
I'm a fan this week. I'm not a bandwagon for the Dodgers.
That's a shame.
Listen, Victoria, I was only a bandwagon for like 24 hours.
Yeah, cause they was losing.
Barely.
You can't do that.
When they suck.
You can't just abandon them when they suck. You're supposed to be there
Mm,
through thick and thin.
I am, but they were really sucking. They were horrible.
Hey, at least we're not a Knicks fan.
Mm-mm. I want to know more about like the Mets game. Like,
It wasn't a lot of people.
how that sucks.
It was, it was during the weekday. I forgot what day it was. But I think it was it was a Thursday. It was on
Okay.
a Thursday. It wasn't a lot of people. I mean, it started to fill up
As the game
as
went.
the game progressed. But it was, the fan. So their pitcher, I forgot his name. Their pitcher for the Mets, he was out. He was outstanding. He had like a no hitter until like the 6th inning.
Okay.
I'm like, he's pretty good. J.D. Davis made an amazing catch. I remember.
Okay.
It was a really good game. I think they were up like 2-0, and then that's when the storm came.
Okay.
So
Does it hold a candle to going to a Cardinals game?
No.
Though? Okay.
like nothing beats going to. We have the best. Cardinals fans are the best fans in the world. Okay.
Are we biased just because we live here?
No.
Okay. Okay. Just trying to make
No.
sure. Just trying to make sure.
I would rather have went to a Yankees game.
Really?
Saying, but they were playing elsewhere.
Okay.
So they were here. It was like, okay, let's just go.
That's cool. I will say it's a few. The St. Louis Blues, they have traded Pat Maroon.
They did.
Yeah, they traded the hometown kid to a different team.
Oh, that sucks.
Listen, I wish him all the best. You helped contribute to us getting our first Stanley Cup. So for that, like, you're always gonna hold a special place in my heart. Like, wherever you go next, sir, like kudos to you. And like, I know it's sad to see like him go, but again, any league sport, it's business.
It's business. Yeah.
It's business. I just hope that the Blues, they take that momentum of them winning and
And carry it on.
It carries
to the
them
next season.
to the next season.
Right. We
Don't
gotta
be-
keep this cup home, y'all.
Don't
gotta
be
keep
out-
it here.
Yeah, don't be in here next season like, yeah, we won. Okay, this is a whole different season. Now what? Well, this is a whole different season. So I just hope it carries them through like the next season to make them be able to be in that same position again.
Right.
Because
Because
like,
they're still the champs until they announce the new one. So
yeah,
they still-
it's just like when you win one, you want that same feeling over and over
Right.
again. So I hope that they use that fuel and keep that fire burning in them like for the next season because this was really dope. This was a good time.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a fun week.
yeah.
I hope next week is a little bit more exciting. I hope we learn more about what's going on with Demarcus Cousins.
Yeah. So yeah, his warrant is issued in Alabama. I think he has surgery. So it's kind of preventing him to go there. But it's not like they're like hunting him down for it.
Yeah.
It's more like if he gets stopped, then
Yeah, that's what the article said. Like, it said that they aren't looking for him. They are
Right.
they aren't gonna go send SWAT out for him. It's more of like if they stop him on like a routine traffic
right.
stop, then that's how they'll pick him up.
right.
So just sending positive energy to Boogie. Just sending you good vibes and just see how this plays out. And we should get more info on that in the next few weeks.
And just a reminder, folks, watch what you say.
Watch what you say
Because
to
people may record it.
Watch what you say to people. That's a big
You
hey.
gotta watch what you say, man. Especially if
Watch
you're in the
what you
public eye.
say. It's very public. If you don't already, please follow us on our Instagram page. Our Instagram is WDWKAS Podcast.
And our Twitter is What Do Women Know, and that's KNO, the number 1.
As always, I'm Brina Cole.
And I'm Vicky D.
We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.